हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय 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 प्रभुपाद
जय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल।
हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, श्री रूपाद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंद।
आनंदे हरि हरि बोल। हरे कृष्णा। माता जी प्रणाम। थैंक यू माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण।
Hare
Mata
Krishna.
ji, do Mangalacharan, Mata. Hare
I will
Krishna.
do. Yeah. Hare Krishna. So, Hare Krishna, Danda Pranams to all assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. So, welcome to this Nityam Bhagavata Sevya. Today, I think Sri Kumar Prabhu will not be there. So, we will continue. I think the 53 to 54 we need to start, right, Mataji? 53 to
Yes,
50. Yeah, okay. So, first we will recite Mangalacharan, then we will start reciting the verses. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayasha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Nashtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Om Jnanatimarandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapatakalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamcha Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakanitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Desatarine Mugam Karoti Vachalam Pangun Langete Girim Yatkripātam Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramanandamadam Shri Chaitanyeshwaram Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So welcome once again all the devotees for our Nityam Bhagavata Sevya. So today now we'll recite from verse number 53 and 54 together. Any devotees would
Hare
like to
Krishna.
recite?
Hare
Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Can I
one by
read,
one.
Prabhuji?
Yeah, one by one. Mataji's can or Prabhuji's can take turn. So 53 and 54 together.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th Canto, Chapter 4, Sloka number 53 and 54. Sri Brahmovacha, Sri Brahmovacha, Sthanam Madhiyam Saha Vishwam Etat क्रीडावसाने द्विपदार्थसंज्ञे ब्रूभङ्गमात्रेण हि सन्धिदक्षो कालात्मनो यस्य तिरो भविष्यति अहं भावो दक्ष भृगुप्रधानः प्रजेश भूतेश सुरेश मुख्याः सर्वे वयं नियमं प्रसन्ना मृक्तार्दयर्पितं लोहहितं वहामः स्थानं मदीयं सह विश्वम् एतत् क्रीडावसाने द्विपदार्थं सज्ञे ब्रूभृङ्गमात्रेण हि सन्धिदक्षोः कालात्मनो यस्य तिरो भविष्यति अहं भावो दक्ष भृगुप्रधानः प्रजेश भूतेश सुरेश मुख्याः सर्वे वयं नियमं प्रसन्ना मुक्ताद्यर्पितं लोहहितं वहामः. Translation. Lord Brahma said at the end of the Dviparartha, when the pastimes of the Lord come to an end, Lord Vishnu, by a flick of his eyebrows, vanquishes the entire universe, including our places of residence. Such personalities as me and Lord Shiva, as well as Daksha, Bhrigu, and similar great saints of which they are the head, and also the rulers of the living entities, the rulers of human society, and the rulers of the demigods, all of us surrendered to that supreme personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, bowing our heads to carry out his orders for the benefit of all living entities. Translation once again. Lord Brahma said at the end of the Dviparartha, when the pastimes of the Lord come to know an end, Lord Vishnu, by the flick of his eyebrows, vanquishes the entire universe, including our places of residence. Such personalities as me and Lord Shiva, as well as Daksha, Bhrigu, and similar great saints, of which they are the head, and also the rulers of the living entities, the rulers of human society, and the rulers of the demigods. All of us surrender to the supreme personality, that supreme personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, bowing our heads to carry out his orders for the benefit of all living entities. Purport. In Bhagavad Gita 10.34, it is said, Mrityu Sarva Haraschanam. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead approaches as death or the Supreme Controller of time, he takes everything away. In other words, all opulence, prestige, and everything we possess is given by the Supreme Lord for some purpose. It is the duty of the surrendered soul to execute the orders of the Supreme. No one can disregard him under the circumstances. Lord Brahma refused to give shelter to Durvasa Muni from the powerful Sudarsana Chakra sent by the Lord. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. So we are in the wonderful pastime of Durvasa Muni and King Ambarish Maharaj. So here we can see, we all know the context of this pastime, that how Durvasa Muni was, Ambarish Maharaj was a great devotee of the Lord, pure devotee of the Lord. He was ruling the entire universe, but he was so much devoted, how the citizens were very happy, and how he was always taking advice from the pure devotees of the Lord. This all we discussed in the previous weeks, previous classes. Now we know how Durvasa Muni is very much short-tempered. Durvasa means he's already like very much, his nature is like he's very short-tempered. When Ambarish Maharaj one time, he just broken the, Ekadasi just by taking sip of water. So Durvasa Muni got offended. So in order to show his anger, he wanted to punish King Ambarish. So he just plucked out a hair and created a fiery demon and sent towards Ambarish Maharaj. Here very important that Krishna promises in Bhagavad Gita that Name Bhakta Pranashyati. Oh Arjuna, boldly proclaim to this whole world that my devotee will never perish. So that pastime we can see here how the Lord is protecting his devotee, because Durvasa Muni has already sent that fiery demon to destroy Ambarish Maharaj. Now we can see how a devotee is responding to this kind of situation. Here the Lord, Ambarish Maharaj is not praying to the Lord that please protect me from the danger of this demon. No, he is not praying. He did not request the Sudarshan Chakra to protect also. He is just having, Hare Krishna. He is completely having faith in the Lord. Yeah, he is having completely faith in the Lord, and he is just praying to the Lord, like whatever comes, let it come, like that. But automatically, as Krishna is saying that he will protect his devotees, because a devotee nature, he will not harm anyone. Even somebody wants to harm him, a devotee does not want to harm him back. That is the devotee's position. But the Lord will not tolerate. If his devotee is in danger, the Lord will not tolerate. Same we can see in Mahabharata instance also, where Bhishma Pitamaha was almost ready to, was fiercely battling and was trying to kill Arjuna. So Krishna took the promise that I will not take weapons in the war field. But when he saw that Bhishma was very aggressively fighting and he was attacking his devotee, Krishna said, I don't care for my promise. I don't care. So he just removed the wheel of the from the chariot, and he was running in full force towards Bhishma Dev, to attack Bhishma Dev, because he was trying to attack Arjuna, his dear devotee. So the Lord, even if he will give a promise, but if you want to protect a devotee, he can even break his own promise. So that's why Krishna is saying, Nama Bhakta Pranashyati. But devotee nature is different. Devotee, even somebody wants to harm, he does not want to harm him back. That we can see in Ambarish Maharaj pastime. Ambarish Maharaj did not react or try to curse back Durvasa Muni. Same like Parikshit Maharaj also. He, even though the Shringi cursed, Parikshit Maharaj is a king of this entire world. He could have taken the Shringi and put him in the jail. He has all the powers. Nobody can stop him. Or he can curse back also. But he did not do. He just taken shelter of the Srimad Bhagavatam. And he just prayed to the Lord that I am ready to leave this body at any time. So that is the devotee's mood and mind. Whenever there is some kind of dangers are happening, they take complete shelter of the Lord. And here, Lord also protects the devotees. And this is very important as practicing sadhaka bhakta. We should understand that the Lord will always protect us. Even though externally there may be looking some dangers. We may think that our life is finished, this is very big danger, or we may be confused, or we'll have fear also, because we are conditioned soul, that fear is already ingrained within us. But people who are practicing, the Krishna consciousness, they don't have any fear. Especially, the Uttama Adhikari, when people are progressing in Krishna consciousness, maybe the neophyte devotee will be a little bit afraid, but the people who are progressed already in Krishna consciousness, they will not be afraid. Like our founder is Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. His name is called Abhay Charana Aravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Abhay means, Bhaya means fear. Abhay means who has no fear. Why? He has no fear because he has taken the shelter of lotus feet of Krishna. So is it only in his name? No. He went to the Western world at the age of 70. That shows that he is not having any fear. So one time, Prabhupada and his disciples, they were walking in the Calcutta. The Calcutta, there is Victoria's palace, very big palace, something, big palace. Still now it is there. So Prabhupada he said to his disciples, when I was child, I used to climb on this, top. I was very bold, I used to climb. And Prabhupada, the disciples tell Prabhupada, you are very, bold person. You took great risk when you were a child. You are able to climb. Prabhupada said, not only that, now also I am bold. I don't have any fear. If I had fear, how will I come to your country at the age of 70 without money? Hmm? If I had fear, how will I come to your country at the age of 70 without money? So I am always bold because I have taken the shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna and Krishna will protect me. So that is a proof. It's not only from the scripture we are reading Ambarish Maharaj pastime. Current life, we are also seeing that Prabhupada just 60 years before, he lived the instruction of Srimad Bhagavatam by taking shelter of Krishna. So pure devotees of the Lord, they are never afraid of this. No, they don't have any fear because they have taken the shelter of Lord Krishna. So here we can see this verses number 49 to 62. Durvasa Muni approaches Brahma, Shiva and Narayana because once this demon came, immediately Sudarshan Chakra automatically came out from Lord's hand and it started chasing the demon as well as the demon was destroyed and then it started chasing the Durvasa Muni who actually released his demon. So Durvasa Muni want to protect his life. He was not like standing like Ambarish Maharaj in the same place. He started running. And where he started running? He started running all over the universe. And then he started running outside the universe also. So first person is like Durvasa Muni is approaching is Lord Brahma. So here you can see how Durvasa Muni is approaching various topmost divine personalities. Durvasa Muni is approaching Brahma. Then after that Durvasa Muni will approach Lord Shiva. Then ultimately he will even go to Lord Krishna, who is Narayana. Because Durvasa Muni was extremely frightened and he want to protect his life now. So we are reading now 53 and 54 where Durvasa Muni is going to Lord Brahma. And then he is asking shelter. Please protect me from this Sudarshan Chakra. Otherwise this I will be killed by this Sudarshan Chakra. So when he was taking shelter of Lord Brahma and requesting him to protect him from the Sudarshan Chakra, here we can see 53 and 54. Brahma is actually giving response to Durvasa Muni's request. So Brahma told Durvasa, this we can see Brahma Uvacha, Sri Brahma Uvacha, what he is saying? Lord Brahma said at the end of Divi Prarartha, when the pastimes of the Lord come to an end, Lord Vishnu, just by a flick of his eyebrows, vanquishes the entire universe. So we all know that Mahavishnu. So Mahavishnu, when at the end of the Pralaya time, he will just absorb entire universe within the pores of his body, including our places of residence. Everything will be vanished. Srishti, the whole entire Srishti will be absorbed. And there will be nothing. Everything will be only dark matter. Again, when there is Srishti is there, Brahma day comes, again everything will be manifested. Again, by the end of Brahma's night, everything will be taken back. So, such personalities as me and Lord Shiva, as well as Daksha, Bhrigu, and similar great saints of which they are all the head, also the rulers of the living entities, the rulers of human society, Manu, and the rulers of the demigods, Indra, all of us surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, bowing our heads to carry out his orders for the benefit of all living entities. So here basically Lord Brahma is telling he is helpless here. I am helpless because we are all under the control of Lord Vishnu. So without Lord Vishnu's this one, we cannot protect you. This is what Lord Brahma is trying to reply to Durvasa Muni. So Srila Prabhupada is quoting the verse from Bhagavad Gita 10.34. Mrityu sarva haraschaham. See, Krishna has given us for every living entity some unique potential. Somebody is very beautiful. Somebody is very, very intelligent. Some many scientists are there. Somebody is very, very powerful person. Somebody is very charismatic leader. Somebody is like very wealthy person. Somebody is very, like we can see in this material creation, there are so many people with so many affluences. Maybe one affluence, maybe some person is having 2-3 affluences. So some person is beautiful at the same time very rich also. Sometimes a person is very rich at the same time he is renounced also. So like we can see Ambarish, here we can see Ambarish Prabhu, Srila Prabhupada disciple, great grandson of Henry Ford. He is building the TOP temple of Vedic Planetarium in Mayapur. He is very rich because they are the owners of the car factory, Ford. But he is so rich, but he is so much renounced also. He is trying to serve Krishna. So sometimes maybe one affluences or two affluences, everything is there. But Krishna says, whatever you may have, but at the time of death, everything is sarva haras, means everything is taken away at the time of death. So how this death comes? By the influence of time. Krishna is saying, I am the controller of time. Sometimes we see at the youth or at the middle age, people are very powerful in their company, organization. They are the CEO. When they walk, everybody is afraid in their office. But the moment when they are getting old, nobody is afraid of them. Sometimes they are so intelligent, but at the age of 70, they get Alzheimer's disease. They forget who they are. They forget to brush their teeth. Huh? So that means not only Mrityu comes, before Mrityu also sometimes Krishna will take everything. We are seeing, no? So many examples we are seeing, so many people around the world, how they were once very powerful, but they are nobody remembers them now that they are powerful also. So hardly even in the history book they mention about them. Because during Mrityu, everything is taken. But intelligent person, what they will do, anyway, Krishna is going to take away everything. That is confirmed. There is no doubt in that. Because Krishna is saying, Mrityu Sarva Arashta, I am taking. Before he is forcefully taking, if you voluntarily give, Krishna will be very happy. This is the intelligence. Anyway, it is going to be taken by force. Before he is going to take by force, let us actually give voluntarily now itself. Then Krishna becomes very happy. That is devotee's mindset. He gives everything back to Krishna with love. He takes everything away. In other words, all affluence, prestige, and everything we possess is given by the Supreme Lord for some purpose. Somebody is given very good singing skill. Okay, anyway, Krishna will take that singing skill. Maybe after 60, 50, 60, our voice will not be so good. It will not be as sweet as when we are in the, in the prime of our life, So he's going to, so that singing skill, if you dovetail to sing very nice kirtans, very nice bhajans, by you are singing very nicely, kirtans or bhajans, many people are attracted towards Krishna. That is also a service. Because by hearing there are many people not doing very nice kirtan, bhajans. Just for kirtan bhajans, many people come to Krishna consciousness. Like many people come only for prasad. Same way, just for kirtan, many people will come. And initially, when Prabhupada opened ISKCON in 1966, that time the Westerners were coming mainly for kirtan only because they are very much interested in music. When Prabhupada is giving class, they will not understand what Prabhupada is talking. You are not this body, Krishna is supreme controller, Jiva, Ishvara, Prakriti. They don't understand. Many people get, when Prabhupada is giving lecture, they will get up and they will go out of the hall also. Because they did not understand what Srila Prabhupada is talking. But during Kirtan, they will all stay. Because they were so much attracted by music and Kirtan. So people will be attracted by that. So whatever skill, somebody is given a skill of nicely preparing boga, they can attract, they can serve Krishna nicely. Because all these skills will be taken away. One time, when our age is progressing, one by one, we will lose. So that one is given by Krishna for some purpose. So that can be dovetail for pleasing the Lord. So it is the duty of the surrendered soul to execute the orders of the Supreme. So the whole Bhagavad Gita is to live as per the instruction of Krishna. Krishna is giving us the free will. Krishna, after instructing the whole Bhagavad Gita, is saying, Yata chesi tata kuru. Whatever you feel now, you think and do, that is good for you. But Krishna's will is Karisheya Vasanam Tava. Arjuna is telling after hearing Bhagavad Gita that I will act according to your will. So that is the thing. When we are reading Bhagavad Gita, we should mold our life in the way that our life will be for the pleasure of the Lord. We will live with our life in the way that it will pleasing to the Lord. So that is the mentioned here. It is the duty of the surrendered soul to execute the orders of the Supreme. Nimitta matra bhavya savya sachin. Just to become an instrument in the hands of the Supreme Lord. No one can disregard him. Under the circumstances, Lord Brahma refused to give shelter to Durvasa Muni from the powerful Sudarshan Chakra set by the Lord. Now, Lord Brahma also means just, he said, no, you have come to me, but I am helpless. I cannot give you shelter, I cannot give you protection. So, I cannot protect you also because everybody is protected by the Supreme Lord. So, better you go to some other person for help. I cannot help you. So, from this Sudarshan Chakra. So, Brahma refused to give shelter to Durvasa Muni from powerful Sudarshan Chakra sent by the Lord. So, next what happens is text number 55. So, there is no purport. 55 and then 55 and 56 we can recite up to, we can recite this one. Hare Krishna. So, anyone wants to recite 55?
Hare Krishna ji.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam 9.4.55. प्रत्याख्यातो विरिञ्जेन विष्णुचक्रोपतापितः दुर्वासा शरणं यातः सर्वं कैलासवासिनां प्रत्याख्यातो विरिञ्जेन विष्णुचक्रोपतापितः दुर्वासा शरणं यातः सर्वं कैलासवासिनां. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When Durvasa, who was greatly afflicted by the blazing fire of the Sudarshana Chakra, was thus refused by Lord Brahma, he tried to take shelter of Lord Shiva, who always resides on his planet known as Kailasa. Thank you, Baji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. 9.4.56. Anyone wants to recite? This is Lord Shiva replying. Yeah, please, Mataji.
श्रीशङ्कर उवाच वयं न ताता प्रभवाम भूम्नि यस्मिन् पर्यजीवकोशाः भवन्ति कालेन भवन्ति हीदृशाः सहस्रशो यत्र वयं भ्रमामः. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila. Translation: Lord Shiva said, "My dear son, I, Lord Brahma, and the other demigods who rotate within this universe, under the misconception of our greatness, cannot exhibit any power to compete with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For innumerable universes and their inhabitants come into existence and are annihilated by the simple direction of the Lord." Purport: there are innumerable universes in the material world, and there are innumerable Lord Brahmas, Lord Shivas, and other demigods. All of them rotate within this material world under the supreme direction of the personality of Godhead. Therefore, no one is able to compete with the strength of the Lord. Lord Shiva also refused to protect Durvasa, for Lord Shiva also was under the rays of the Sudarshana Chakra sent by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. So here we can see now Durvasa Muni is now next. So as Lord Brahma, he just he said no, he cannot protect him, and he said why he cannot protect him. He said we are also under the control of the Supreme Lord, so we cannot do anything. Now next, actually Durvasa Muni tries to take shelter of Lord Shiva. So, because he knows Lord Shiva is actually a great personality, he can protect. So here Shankara Uvacha, Sri Shankara Uvacha means Lord Shiva is speaking here. Lord Shiva said, "My dear son, I, Lord Brahma, and the other demigods who rotate within this universe under the misconception of our greatness cannot exhibit any power to compete with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for innumerable universes and their inhabitants come into existence and are annihilated by the simple direction of the Lord." So here, Yasya Prabhava Prabhavatav Jagadanta Koti. There are innumerable universes in this world, material world. Brahma Samhita it is said. Yasya Prabhava Prabhavata Jagadanta Koti. Koti means millions of universes are coming out from the pores of Lord Vishnu's body. And there are innumerable Lord Brahmas. So that is also there. Not only one Brahma, Chaturmukhi Brahma is there. Four-headed Brahma. There are like many heads. Brahmas, Lord Brahmas are there. Innumerable Lord Brahmas are there. Not one Brahma. And innumerable Lord Shivas are there. And there are, we know that 33 crores of demigods are there to manage the material universe. All of them rotate within this material world under the supreme direction of the personality of Godhead. So they are also within this range of material world. Therefore, no one is able to compete with the strength of the Lord. So this is the verdict of Srimad Bhagavatam. There are also people called Shaivites. So we know the four categories are there: Vaishnavas, Shaivites, Shaktas, and Smartas. Four category of people. Vaishnavas, they accept Vishnu is the supreme personality of Godhead, or Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. That's Vaishnavas. And Shaktas means they worship Devi as the supreme Lord, Devi, Shakti. And Shaivites, they worship Lord Shiva as the supreme Lord. And also Smartas means they see all that God is same. Smarta means they worship every Lord as one impersonal Brahman, and all the God here, whether it is Kartikeya or Ganesh, all are same equal level. So that is Smartas. Mostly the Brahmanas, okay, Smartas. So here we can see, according to the verdict of Srimad Bhagavatam, only Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. That is what mentioned here by Sukadeva Goswami also here. In the translation itself, translation of verse, Sukadeva Goswami is mentioning how Lord Shiva is replying, "My dear son, I, Lord Brahma, and other demigods who rotate within this universe under the misconception of our greatness. See, sometimes they have a misconception that they are great. Like Indra thought he is great, and then he tested in the Vrindavan. He poured rain. Sometimes they also come into illusion that they think they are great. They are the superior, supreme. Lord Brahma tested Krishna. Indra tested Krishna. So everybody tries to test Krishna also, and then they later find their their insignificant condition. Cannot exhibit any power to compete with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. See, this is the verdict of Shastra. For innumerable universes and their inhabitants come into existence and are annihilated by simple direction of the Lord. Maya dakshena prakriti suyetecha sarascharam. This whole material world is acting by the under the superintendence of the Lord. So here we can see, therefore, Lord Shiva is telling no one is able to compete with the strength of the Lord. Lord Shiva is refused to protect. Also here now, previous verse we saw, previous verse we saw Lord Brahma is saying, no, I cannot protect you. Here Lord Shiva also refused to protect Durvasa. For Lord Shiva was also under the rays of Sudarshan Chakra sent by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, so this is now Lord Shiva also telling, I am also helpless. Earlier Brahma told I am helpless. Now Lord Shiva also is saying, I am helpless. So let us see what happens next. 57 to 59. Yes, there is no purport. Then we can go to 60, 61, 62, 63. Okay, there are many verses which are, okay, we can go up to 63. Let me go back actually. So up to 63 we can complete today. 1 minute. So now we can see here Lord Shiva already we saw that. Here we have to see this one. Yeah. So who wants to recite 57 and 59, 57, 58, 59, 3 verses I think. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Please.
Hare Krishna. Which
Yes,
number?
Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna 57 to 59. Aham sanat kumarascha narado bhagavanajah kabilo abandharatamo devalo dharma ansuri mariji pramukhachanya siddesha paradarshanaha vidamana vayam sarve yanmaya mayaya avrata tasya vishesharasyedhyam shastram durvishaham Vishahamhina Tamevam Sharanam Yahi Hariste Sham Vidasrudi Aham Sanat Kumarascha Narado Bhagavanajaha Kabilo Abandharatamo Devalo Dharma Asuri Mariji Pramukhachanye Siddesha Paradarshanaha Vidamanavayam Sarve Yanmaya Mayaya Avrita Tasya Vishesharasvedyam Shastram Durbishaham Hina Tamevam Sharanam Yahi Hariste Sham Vidaskriti. Translation and purport. Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ji. Past, present and future are known to me, Lord Shiva, Sanat Kumara, Narada, the most revered, Lord Brahma, Kabila, the son of Devahudi. Abandaratma, Lord Vaishadeva, Devala, Yamaraja, Asuri, Mariji, and many saintly persons headed by him, as well as many others who have achieved perfection. Nonetheless, because we are covered by the illusory energy of the Lord, we cannot understand how expansive that illusory energy is. You should simply approach that Supreme Personality of Godhead to get relief. For this, Sudarshan Chakra is intolerable even to us. Go to Lord Vishnu. He will certainly be kind enough to bestow all good fortune upon you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So here Lord Shiva is guiding, telling we are all helpless. Better you go to Lord Vishnu. So he will be very kind enough to bestow all good fortune upon you. So already Lord Shiva guided actually Durvasa Muni to go and take shelter of Lord Vishnu. So we'll see next one, text number 60. So who wants to recite text number 60?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji, please.
Thank you, Prabhu. Srimad Bhagavatam 9.4.60. ततो निरासो दुर्वासा पदं भगवतो ययायो वैकुण्ठाखं वैकुण्ठाखयं यदस्यासते श्रीनिवास श्रियासः ततो निरासो दुर्वासः पदं भगवतो ययौ वैकुण्ठाखयं यध्यासते श्रीनिवास श्रियासः Translation by His Divine Grace Abhay Chandravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Thereafter, being disappointed even in taking shelter of Lord Shiva, Durvasa Muni went to Vaikuntha Dhama, where the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, resides with his consort, the goodness of fortune. Translation once again. Thereafter, being disappointed even in taking shelter of Lord Shiva, Durvasa Muni went to Vaikuntha Dham, where the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, resides with his consort, the goddess of fortune. Hare
Yeah,
Krishna.
thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, bro. Hare Krishna. So now, being disappointed, so Lord Shiva Durvasa Muni now went to Vaikuntha Dham. So he was going to approach Lord Narayana in the coming verse for protection. So text 61, who wants to recite?
Okay. Everybody ready
Yes,
for me?
Roji.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sham Sandabhyamanoj Ajita Shastra Vahina Tatpada Mula Padita Savepati Huto Patatuhu Aha Ahachutatma Achutananda Sat Iti Shita Prabho Kraggasammahi Vishwabhavana Sambhavaya Manojita Sastra Vahidana Tatpada Mule Patita Save Patu Om Ahachutananda Satirisha Prabho Krabhakasam Mavahi Vishwa Bhavana. Translation. Srila Prabhupada was the great mystic, scorched by the heat of the Sudarsana Chakra, fell at the lotus feet of Narayana. His body trembling, he spoke as follows: O infallible, unlimited Lord, protector of the entire universe, you are the only desirable objective for all devotees. I am a great offender. My Lord, please give me protection. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So here we can see now Durvasa Muni is trying to take shelter. He is glorifying the Lord, that, O infallible, unlimited Lord, protector of the entire universe, you are the only desirable objective for all devotees. I am a great offender, O my Lord. Please give me protection. Abhayam means he is asking for shelter and protection to Lord Narayana. So he fell at the lotus feet of Narayana. Let us see what happens next. Text number 62. Who wants to recite text number 62? Okay, if
Hare
nobody is there.
Krishna, bro.
Yes,
No,
yes, Mataji, please.
if nobody is there, I will read, Prabhuji.
Yeah,
Hare
you
Krishna.
can read, recite Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th Canto, chapter 4, sloka number 62. अजानता ते परमानुभावं कृतं मायाघं भवतः प्रियाणं विदेहि तस्य परिचितं मुच्येत यन्ना नमुन्यदिते उदिते नारकोऽपि अजानता ते परमानुभावं कृतं मायाघं भवतः प्रियाणं विदेहि तस्य परिचितं मुच्येत यन्न निम्नदि उदिते नरकोऽपि. Translation. O my Lord, O Supreme Controller, without knowledge of your unlimited prowess, I have offended your most dear devotee. Very kindly save me from the reactions of this offense. You can do everything, for even if a person is fit for going to hell, you can deliver him simply by awakening within his heart the holy name of your Lordship. Translation once again. O my Lord, O Supreme Controller, without knowledge of your unlimited prowess, I have offended your most dear devotee. Very kindly save me from the reaction of this offense. You can do everything, for even if a person is fit for going to hell, you can deliver him simply by awakening within his heart by the holy name of your Lordship. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Harish, thank you, Mataji. So here, Durvasa Muni is glorifying the Lord again. That without knowing, I have offended your most dear devotee, not dear devotee, most dear devotee. So please save me from this offense. So we know this first offense to the holy name, to blaspheme a devotee who has dedicated his life for propagating the holy name of the Lord. From Padma Puran, the 10 offenses we are reading from Padma Puran, that anybody who is following this Krishna consciousness, they should be careful not to offend any devotee of the Lord, because it is said that Krishna will forgive any offense done to him, but Krishna will not forgive any offense done to his pure devotees. So that's why here we can see Durvasa Muni understood that he has offended a pure devotee of the Lord. So he's begging for forgiveness. Hmm? And he's saying that you can do everything, for even if a person is fit for going to hell, like Ajamil. So he was already doing all the abominable things. He left his wife, he went and lived with the prostitute, and he was stealing, he was doing all the prohibited activities. He was almost ready to go to hell. And but what happened also, that when he was about to go to leave his body, the Yamadutas came to take him. But he chanted his child name Narayana. Immediately Vishnu Dadas came. So here you can see you can deliver him simply by awakening with his heart the holy name of your Lordship. Because he chanted the Lord Narayana, when you chant the holy name, immediately what happens? We will not go to hell. We will be simply delivered by chanting the holy name. So that example is actually is given by Durvasa Muni, that if at all Lord you want to deliver anybody, what you will do, you will just awaken within that soul the holy name of your Lord, your Lordship. Automatically anybody is chanting, they will be protected by chanting, by taking the shelter of the holy name. So like this, Durvasa Muni is actually telling to Lord Vishnu. So now we will go what happens next. Now Lord Vishnu will reply, verse number 63. So there is purport, we can see this one. Now all this section completed where Durvasa Muni has approached Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma told he is helpless, and then he went to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva also told he is helpless. He advised him to go to Lord Vishnu. Now he has gone to Lord Vishnu and he has glorified Lord Vishnu, taken the shelter of the lotus feet, and he said that I have offended your pure devotee. Kindly bestow your costless mercy upon me, protect me from this Sudarshan Chakra. Like that he has said. So with that, one section has completed. Now Lord Vishnu will start speaking, and he will be glorifying his devotees from 63 to 71. Lord Vishnu glorifies devotees and advises Durvasa Muni. He is advising Durvasa Muni what to do now to protect his life. Lord Vishnu will give further guidance. So we'll recite verse number 63. So anyone wants to recite 63?
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Yeah, please.
Oh, Mataji can recite, okay, no problem.
No, Mataji, please go ahead. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam 9.4.63. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Aham Bhakta Paradhino He Aswatantra Iva Dvija Sadhubhair Grasta Hridayo Bhaktair Bhakta Jana Priyaha. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Aham Bhakta Paradhino Hyaswatantra Iva Dvija Sadhubhair Grasta Hridayo Bhaktair Bhakta Jana Priyaha. Translation number 4. Translation: The Supreme Personality of Godhead said to the Brahmana, I am completely under the control of my devotees. Indeed, I am not at all independent. Because my devotees are completely devoid of material desires, I sit only within the course of their hearts. What to speak of my devotee? Even those who are devotees of my devotee are very dear to me. Purport: All the great stalwart personalities in the universe, including Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, are fully under the control of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But the Supreme Personality of Godhead is fully under the control of his devotee. Why is this? Because the devotee is Anyabhilashita Shunya. In other words, he has no material desires in his heart. His only desire is to think always of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and how to serve him best. Because of this transcendental qualification, the Supreme Lord is extremely favorable to the devotees. Indeed, not only the devotees but also the devotees of the devotees. Srila Narottama Dasa Thakura says, Chadiya Vaishnava Seva Nistara Payeche Keba. Without being a devotee of a devotee, one cannot be released from material entanglement. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu identified himself as Gopi Bhartuhu Padakamalayur Dasa Tasanu Dasaha. Thus, he instructed us to become not directly servants of Krishna, but servants of the servant of Krishna. Devotees like Brahma, Narada, Vyasadeva, and Shukadeva Goswami are directly servants of Krishna, and one who becomes a servant of Narada, Vyasadeva, and Shukadeva, like the six Goswamis, is still more devoted. Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakura therefore says, Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasadaha. If one very sincerely serves the spiritual master, Krishna certainly becomes favorable to such a devotee. Following the instructions of a devotee is more valuable than following the instructions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead directly. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Very wonderful verse and translation and purport, giving the essence of Krishna consciousness, we can say. This verse is often quoted in by many preachers, that how Krishna is under the control of his devotees. We all know this Damodar pastimes also. Same way here we can see Sri Bhagavan Bhuvacha Aham Bhakta Paradino. So you can repeatedly hear this, that Krishna is, like we say, independent. Independent, that first two words you can separate. See, independent. Independent means completely Swatantra. But if you see in and then dependent, independent of his devotees. Krishna is independent at the same time, independent of his devotees. That is what we can say. See here, I am Bhakta Paradino. I am independent, no, on the will of my devotee. So very, very, very important verse. We can memorize this verse also. And very important. I have heard in many classes, whenever the glories of devotees is mentioned, they always quote this verse. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Aham Bhakta Paradino. He Aswantantra Iva Dvija. Aswant means I am not independent. Aswantantra means like that. Because I am not independent means I am dependent on my will of my devotees. Sadhubir grasto hridayo. And I am completely free, because why? Sadhu means is pure devotee, completely free from all material desires. Grasta hridaya means my heart is controlled, bhakti, because they are devotees. Bhakta jana priya. Not only I am dependent on my devotees, Bhakta jana priya means who is actually devotee of the devotee also I am more close, extremely dear to me. So, Gopi Bhartur Patakamalam Dasa Dasanu Das. Prabhupada mentioning the purport. Very nice verse. So it is always said that somebody is serving Krishna very nicely. You can, instead of serving Krishna, if you serve that person, then Krishna becomes more pleased than serving him directly. That is the message. So who is serving Krishna very nicely? The spiritual master, the sadhus. They are serving Krishna. They are serving very nicely. So if you serve them, then automatically we get the mercy of Krishna. Now normally, because when we think of Krishna, immediately we go and serve Krishna. That is good. But more than serving Krishna, if somebody will serve the devotee who is serving Krishna, that is more, Krishna likes them more than directly serving him. That is the message of this verse. That's why the sadhus are given so much importance in our culture. The sadhus, the sannyasis, why they are given so much culture, why people are falling at their feet? Because they are serving the Lord. They are more dear to the Lord. Prabhupada quotes that, Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado. So, because Krishna is under the control of my devotees. So, also sometimes people ask, why 16 rounds of chanting? Why? Where it is mentioned in the Shastra. But Prabhupada mentioned 16 rounds. Who is Srila Prabhupada is a dear devotee of Krishna. So, when Prabhupada is saying you chant 16 rounds and follow 4 regularities, you will go back to home, back to Godhead. So, Krishna will make sure, because his devotee has said this instruction, Krishna will fulfill. Because Krishna is telling, I am under the will of my devotee. So will of Srila Prabhupada is you chant 16 rounds and then you follow 4 regulative principles. But Prabhupada Guru, he had a different will. Prabhupada Guru, he said 64 rounds of chanting for sannyasis and brahmacharis and 16 rounds of chanting for grasta. So Prabhupada was a Grahastha devotee. So when he got initiation, he was instructed to chant 16 rounds because Grahastha has a lot of responsibilities and this thing. So this is Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj instruction. Any brahmachari or sannyasi should chant every day 16 rounds, 64 rounds. When initiation itself will give instruction. But for Grahastha, he given 16 rounds. But Prabhupada was more merciful. He understood, when he was in the Western world, he understood these Westerners cannot chant like that, 64 rounds. So he made a common rule, 16 rounds for everyone. Brahmachari, Grahastha, Sannyasi, Vanaprastha. He reduced it from 64 to 16. But Prabhupada is a pure devotee of the Lord. So he given some concession. And Krishna will actually give full respect to Srila Prabhupada's instruction. Because that's what here, no? Because my devotees are completely devoid of desires. I sit only within the course of their heart. What to speak of my devotee? Even those who are devotees of my devotees, very dear. So the last statement also very important. If somebody is serving Krishna nicely, even those who are devotees of my devotee, they are also very dear to me. So if somebody is serving a devotee who is actually serving Krishna, then he is more dear than directly serving Krishna. That's Prabhupada giving is example of spiritual master. Not only spiritual master, there are, we can see many people, they are serving Krishna very nicely. We can serve them also, like we can help them, support them. Sometimes, they may not be having financially good position. Sometimes we are trying to help them, serve them. Krishna is very much pleased. So here we can see purport, all the great stalwart personalities in the universe. Who are the stalwart personalities? Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva. They are fully under the control of Supreme Lord. That we have seen in the previous verse. Already Brahma said, Krishna, Lord Shiva said, we are all under the control of Supreme Lord. But what about the Supreme Lord? Is he under the control of anybody? Yes. Because he is under the control of his devotee. That we saw, that Mother Yashoda pastime, Damodar Leela. And here you are seeing Durvasa Muni's Amabarisha Maharaj pastime also. Why? Why Krishna is under the control of his devotee? Why? Because the devotee is Anya Bilashada Shunyam. Means, in other words, he has no material. Shunya means zero. Anya Bilashada means he has no other desires other than serving the Supreme Lord. He has no material desires in his heart. His only desire is to always think of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and how to serve him best. Very high level of Uttama Adhikari. Srila Prabhupada was there. Now Srila Prabhupada's desire means his followers are there. So their only desire is actually to always how to serve the Lord at this best. Because of this transcendental qualification, the Supreme Lord is extremely favorable to the devotees. So in Bhagavad also Krishna says, Samoham sarva bhuteshu namay dveshta nama priyaha e bhajantu to me mam bhaktya mai teshu chapyabham. Means he is saying, Krishna is saying, I am equal to everyone. I am not partial to somebody, but somebody is serving me always. I am dear to him. Because he is always serving. So that is the logic, right? Somebody, we are actually, everybody, we are speaking to everybody in the phone. But somebody is always, very caring, affectionate towards us. We are taking extra care to him. Because he is affectionate, we are also reciprocation. That is reciprocation. So what Krishna is showing here is reciprocation. He is equal to everybody, but he is reciprocal to his devotees. So, not only his devotees, Krishna is saying, but devotees, also the devotees of the devotees. Who are the devotees of the devotees also are very dear to Krishna. So here Srila Narottama Das Thakur, Prabhupada quotes says, Chadiya Vaishnava Seva Nistara Payeche Keva. Without being a devotee of devotee, one cannot be released from material entanglement. That's why in Vaishnava culture, we have to take shelter of a guru who is a devotee of Krishna. Not any guru. There are many gurus actually, but they are not a servant of Krishna. If you take, Krishna will be not pleased. Who is serving Krishna, we have to take their shelter. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Gopi Bhartur Padakamalaya Dasa Dasa Dasanu Das. That's instructed not, what is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instruction? Very important. Instructed us not to directly servant of Krishna, no, but servant of Krishna. That is very important. So devotees like Brahma, Narada, Vyasa, Sukadeva Goswami, they are directly servant of Krishna. The gopis are direct servant of Krishna. But the Manjaris are servant of gopis. And one who becomes servant of Narada, Vyasadeva, Sukadeva, like six Goswamis, is still more devoted. Srila Vishwanath, this is expressing our humility, humble position also. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur therefore says, Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasadaha. If one sincerely serves the spiritual master, every day morning we recite, no? Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasada yasya prasada nagati kutopi. If he will not give mercy, there is no gati for me, no solution, no way out. One essentially serves the spiritual master. So how we serve the spiritual master? We serve by Vapu and Vani. Vapu and Vani means, Vapu means by physical service. When spiritual master comes, you can help him, you can cook for him, you can help him in his whatever sevas are there. That is physical service, directly serving physically. That is Vapu Seva. And one more service is Vani Seva. Vani Seva is spiritual master instruction. Already spiritual master has given us instruction that you have to chant at the time of Diksha 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day and actually follow the 4 regulatory principles. This is Vani Seva. Apart from them, for certain disciples, spiritual master may give some specific instruction. Okay, expand the preaching mission or build a temple like Krishna Katha Desh, devotees from Qatar, they are got instruction from spiritual master to build a temple for Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So they are executing that to please the spiritual master. So general instruction is that 4 regulative principles and 16 rounds. That is Vani Seva. Hearing his lectures, reading his books. But specific instruction if spiritual master is giving, that also we can serve. Like Srila Prabhupada served his spiritual master instruction to preach the Bhagavad Gita to the Westerners. That's how ISKCON was born. So Krishna certainly becomes favorable to such a devotee. Following the instruction of a devotee is more valuable than following the instruction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead directly. This is a very important line we have to underline, we have to remember, we have to write it somewhere, that following the instruction of devotee is more valuable because the devotee also executes the will of the Lord. But when physically we are moving with devotees, we always have misunderstanding. We will sometimes argue, we will sometimes fight. It is not easy to gel with other persons. Well, Krishna, we always, when we go, immediately we offer dandavats. And Krishna does not speak as a murti, right? Krishna is there, you will just offer the obeisances and go. But instruction of a devotee, when you follow in the life, sometimes it may be challenging. So sometimes we may not follow also. That's why Prabhupada is writing, following the instruction of a devotee is more valuable than following the instruction of the Supreme Lord. So what Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, that is there. But following the instruction of devotee is actually more valuable because the devotee also will instruct the will of Krishna only. Whatever Krishna will, that will be expressed through the instruction of a devotee. And when we are sincerely trying to follow the instruction of a devotee, what happens? Our capability to execute that also Krishna will increase. Like basically, like if you try to follow an instruction of a devotee, then Krishna will give us more capability to follow that. When we desire to follow, he will give the capacity also. Hare Krishna. So this is the thing, and we'll wind up today here, and 64, tomorrow we can continue. Sorry, not tomorrow, Friday, Saturday. Hare Krishna. So any questions or any comments on today's discussion, we can discuss. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Lot of points are here discussing.
Yes.
Already we passed the time. So here yesterday also discussed the glorification of Maharaja Ambarish.
Ambarish Maharaj, yes.
Ambarish Maharaj. So even in the difficult situation, he discussed with Brahmana, the senior devotee. But in the case of here those who are needing protection, he is not requesting for protection, but who is in pride out of his mystic power, he done this Durvasa. He is running behind this for protection.
For
That is
protection.
also pure devotee never ask for protection. So he is
Yes. But Lord automatically protects him. Even without asking, he will protect. Because Anya Abhilashida Shunya means no desire for anything. For protection also, they don't have any desire that I should protect my life. Anya Abhilashida Shunyam, 0. So, yes, that's why Krishna becomes surrendered to them.
Yes.
Krishna becomes, that's why for gopis also, no? Krishna said that I cannot repay you. Krishna is
Yes.
saying, what is that? Yadda not that one. He's saying, as people come to me, surrender. As people surrender to me, I reward them accordingly. Right? That is one
And
sloka is there, no?
that
Bhagavad Gita.
Prabodhyandu.
What is the sloka, Prabhu?
Yadadi Prabodhyandu, right?
Ah, yes. So that he's saying, but Krishna is saying like that. But when Gopi surrendered, Krishna is telling, I cannot reciprocate because your surrender, I have nothing to repay to you because your surrender level is very high, and I have nothing to pay you. You know, so Krishna is also telling his inability that how he can reciprocate. So that is Krishna's position. If somebody, say one Maharaj said actually, Swayam Bhagavan Keshav Swami Maharaj, he was saying, if you want to confuse Krishna, there is only one way. What you should do, if you want to confuse Krishna, you just go in front of Krishna and don't ask him anything. Because everybody in the temple from morning to night, everybody is going in front of Krishna and asking me, give me this, give me that. But if you go and just stand in front of Krishna and pray, and you don't ask him anything, then Krishna is saying, what do you want? You say, I don't want anything. Then Krishna is, surprised, shocked. How is that one person is not asking anything? Like that. So that is that kind of person Krishna becomes sold out. That here is a person who is serving me, but he's not asking anything from me. To that person, Krishna becomes under his control.
Taste.
Correct. Yeah.
So they also last is the glorification of the Mahamantra. So it's also very, very so that
Yes.
even
Yes. Where Durvasa Muni is glorifying, right?
yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you.
So, thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for giving your and sharing your realizations. Hare Krishna. So, any other questions or comments? There are no questions or comments. We will wind up today's Nityam Bhagavad Sevya. Thank you all for participating in this today's
We
class.
will chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
For 3 times for all the assembled Vaishnavas. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.